Welcome to this short video tutorial on using the IBM Db2 log analysis tool. The purpose of this video is to show you how to create undo SQL. Let's propose that you have an application program which runs to update several rows within a table. Then after the program has completed the changes, it was determined that the updates for those transactions were invalid. Now you are being asked to undo those transactions. The log analysis tool comes into place because you don't have to take an outage to create and run the undo SQL. If you didn't perform the undo SQL, the most likely scenario is that you would have to use an image copy, which would be used to recover back to the point of that image copy. You would then roll forward up to the point of the bad transaction. By performing these noted steps, you are taking an outage, so your production system is unavailable while you're doing that type of recovery. However, with the undo SQL, you do not have to take an outage. In summary, I will run a setup job to insert new transactions into several tables, and then review the job within SDSF. I'll access a log analysis tool to create a summary report and the undo SQL. Then browse the job to show you the deletes. That undo SQL will be executed, and then I'll show you that the undo was successful. The first thing I'm going to do is identify the job that I want to run. In this example, it contains the text pdbob.hol. The data set that I'm looking for is pdbob.lahol.jcl. So I'll edit the data set, and then I want to select Lab 2. As I page down, you can see that the purpose of Lab 2 is to perform inserts, updates, and deletes. First, we'll insert values into the table std01 undtb1. Then, update the same table, followed by a delete. So I'm going to run the setup job. If I enter =s semicolon st, it will navigate directly to SDSF. The job that I'm interested in is AUD LAB2, so I'm going to select this particular job. I can see that the runtime was 12/00/24, Wednesday, March 3rd, 2021. So this is a timestamp that I want to note when I submit the undo SQL. With that information obtained, I'm going to enter =D, which will directly navigate to the Db2 products panel. And from here, I'll enter ALA. From the list of options in the main menu, I'm going to select option 2, Generate Undo Redo SQL. I'll enter the range of the start and end times, which encapsulates the times I noted earlier. I'll accept the object filters entry of M to log the data by name, and then make sure that the summary report is set to a Y. Within the SQL parameters section, I want to set Generate SQL to U for undo. For the job identifier, I want to enter the text undo. I'm going to hit enter, and the object type that I'm looking for is a table, so I'm going to enter a T. The table is std01, and the table space is undtb1. I'm going to go ahead and hit PF3, select enter to edit the JCL. I'm going to change the job name to TS6123U, short for undo. With the job submitted, I'll go back to SDSF and take a look at the job status. Once that job completes, it'll generate the undo SQL. This particular job is TS6123U. I'll select this job and then do a find for SQL out. So here is the SQL file that was created. I'm going to take the file name and copy it. Notice at the end of it, ends with undo. With a file name copied, I need to go to the dataset list utility. I will paste the copied file name into the DS name level and hit enter. Let's browse this file. Here you can see that it's going to undo the delete which was performed by the earlier job by reinserting those rows into the table. As I continue to scroll down, you'll see the undo of the delete, followed by the inserts and undo of updates, and several other inserts into these particular tables. With the undo SQL viewed, I will go back into the log analysis tool. I will select option 3, which is execute dynamic SQL in batch. Here you will see how it identifies that SQL file. It will process by using the job identifier. The job identifier that I used is undo. With this information entered, I will submit the job. With the job submitted, I'll navigate back to SDSF and view the job status. Let's take a look at TS6123A. And then take a look at the sysprint. The information shown is the original content of the table, columns, and rows. I'll scroll down, and here you can see the reinstated columns and rows in the table. So the undo SQL, performing the undo of the insert, undo the update, and delete, was performed successfully. Thank you very much for watching, and have a great day.